Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We finally have a significant update that has leaked out in regards to the Game Pass update and Call of Duty. This has been a hot topic really ever since the idea of Microsoft and Xbox acquiring Call of Duty surfaced. It's become even hotter, obviously, since the acquisition went through not too long ago. And as of this past weekend, we ended up getting some new leaks, some new details on the major Game Pass update, surprisingly coming a whole lot sooner than you might think. So as far as the general Game Pass update goes within Call of Duty specifically, and in regards to COD specifically, the only thing as of right now at the time that I'm recording this video that's been officially confirmed is that Black Ops 6 is in fact going to be a day one Game Pass option for those subscribed to Xbox Game Pass or Xbox Game Pass PC. Now keep in mind, that doesn't mean anything for the exclusivity of Call of Duty and specifically Black Ops 6 on any PlayStation consoles or on other platforms on PC outside of the Microsoft Store like Steam or Battle.net, for instance. This just means if you are subscribed to certain tiers of Xbox Game Pass, you're going to have access to Black Ops 6 on October 25th when the game initially launches right away as a part of your base subscription plan, which is really cool if you're already actively taking advantage of Xbox Game Pass as is. But now we have additional details on other Call of Duty titles coming to Game Pass, which has been a big topic and a big deal ever since the idea of COD coming to Game Pass first started to surface. Now, we've heard about some rumors and some leaks with this in the past. Insider Gaming has done some reports talking about this, where other Activision titles like Diablo or other classic fan favorite games could be coming to Game Pass later on this summer. Things like Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remakes, the Spyro Reignited trilogy, things like that have already been rumored and leaked to be coming to Xbox Game Pass in the future through Activision, and obviously the focus has then shifted to, well, what about Call of Duty? Obviously, Black Ops 6 addresses part of that with the future launches, so, you know, COD 2025, whatever that ends up being, gonna be on Game Pass, COD 2026, all the future releases down the road, likely all also going to be a part of that day one Game Pass option, right? Again, no effect on the availability of it elsewhere, but if you do have Xbox Game Pass and you're a subscriber for that, there'll be options. But most recently, we got some information on other titles and backlog potential here. So Charlie Intel ends up reporting on this from a leaker known as Xtis1s. Hopefully I'm saying that right. A credible leaker when it comes to Xbox and other gaming details, right? And Charlie Intel says, new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 will reportedly join Game Pass on July 24th, per a new report from Xbox leaker Xtis. Season 5 also launches on July 24th. So as early as this week, potentially, with the Season 5 update, we could be seeing Modern Warfare 3 hit Game Pass. And well, what do you know? Post-edit Zach here as of this morning when I was getting ready to post this video, because of course the COD timing. Xbox posted, and it's official now, July 24th, it's go time. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is coming to Game Pass. So the leaks were correct, and now we have this unofficial confirmation. Tomorrow, MW2 is available via Game Pass. Now, in and of itself, what does this mean for MW2? Well, inherently, it's going to bolster the player count some. Players on Xbox who are subscribed to Game Pass who aren't currently playing Call of Duty would now have this added to their collection of games and into their gaming library that they could play quote unquote for free through their subscription. Obviously, technically it's not free because you're paying for the subscription, but I mean, if you're playing multiple games through Xbox Game Pass, they start to sort of pay for themselves after you hit a couple, right? So I guess you could sort of classify it as that. And that's going to help out with that sort of premium player count. And I know from Call of Duty's POV and probably from Microsoft and Xbox's POV now, when you can up the player count of your Call of Duty title in summer, where there's usually like a lull and things are kind of, you know, snowballing for a bit until the hype for the new COD kicks in and we have the beta and everything, that's a huge win for them. If they start to get, you know, thousands upon thousands of new players on Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer or in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, those premium experiences that would be quote unquote free through the Xbox Game Pass update here, that's a huge win for them. So we could start to see a lot of new players actually hit up MW3 now, likely for the first time ever, if not the first time in some time, perhaps since launch or something, right? So this is definitely a big deal from a business standpoint for Microsoft, for Xbox, for Activision. And then of course it opens the door for, well, what's next, ... And as we get into what's next, by the way, quick reminder, if you are new to the channel, this is your one-stop shop for everything going on around the world of Call of Duty. So if you want to guarantee you're always up to date with the need-to-know info, feel free to hit that subscribe button, join us on the road to 1 million subs, and if you do enjoy the video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. Anyway, as I was saying, now the door is open for Call of Duty in Game Pass to be a much more significant, factor in what's available in the Game Pass library, right? With MW3 set to come to Game Pass here, with Black Ops 6 confirmed to be coming to Game Pass in October, you now shift your focus to, okay, well, what about the classics? What about the fan favorites? Let's think Classic MW2 2009, one of the most beloved Call of Duty titles of all time, right up there with Black Ops 2, a game that reportedly we could be seeing a sort of remaster or remake or sequel to in 2025. That's sort of the rumor now, that Treyarch's 2025 title will be very similar to Black Ops 2 gameplay and sort of be like what MW3 is now with all the MW2 2009 maps, but updated gameplay just for Black Ops instead. That could be pretty cool, but actually seeing the OG Black Ops 2 experience on Xbox Game Pass, Black Ops 3, those other random one-off COD titles, Advanced Warfare, Ghosts, whatever you want to name, it's all possible that we start to see more and more of these titles now added to Game Pass as well, considering we are going to, in the near future here, have the current title and then eventually the newest COD game later on this year available too. And obviously that's going to be significant for those old COD games, for that backlog of Call of Duty titles when that time comes. You know, while yes, everyone considers Black Ops 2 to be one of the greatest Call of Duties of all time, or MW2 2009 to be one of the greatest Call of Duties of all time, you go back to those games now and say you boot up a game on your Xbox 360 or whatever, it's gonna probably take you some time to find a match, if you can find a match. You also run the risk of running into modded or hacked lobbies that could actually be safety concerns here and there. Like, that's why you really can't play old CODs on Steam, for instance. There's a lot of security concerns with those titles and whatnot, but what this would do for Call of Duty as a franchise when it comes to nostalgia and this backlog of older titles means suddenly you'd have a much more active player base on these decade plus old titles. You could actually jump on to MW2 2009 and experience a much more active player base because of everyone who's subscribed to Xbox Game Pass. Same deal with BO2, BO3, so on and so forth. The only drawback here is that now, of course, we have crossplay in Call of Duty. That's a huge reason why the game is more popular now in terms of overall player count and why it's spiked in recent years, like with MW 2019. This would not be the case, of course. You know, MW2 2009, it's platform specific. If you're playing on Xbox, you only run into players on Xbox. And that means that if you're on PC, if you're on PlayStation, those games not going to have the same sort of resurgence here that, Xbox could have when you add in Black Ops 2 to Game Pass, when you add in Black Ops 3, MW3, MW2 to Game Pass, right? So it would be more of an Xbox exclusive resurgence in players and nostalgia trip there, but it would be, I would say, a pretty big one considering how, beloved those games are, as I mentioned earlier. So definitely some cool things to look forward to with these consistent Game Pass updates. Now, obviously, Call of Duty is only going to be a bigger and bigger part of Game Pass as time goes on, considering it's one of the largest franchises in all of gaming. And you already know Xbox and Microsoft want to take full advantage of that. But all that being said, that is going to wrap things up for this one. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. And if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out so you can guarantee you're always up to date with everything going on in Call of Duty. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.